Okie dokie, hello peeps, it's the AG Collector on here, and today is the start of a brand new series, because I'm terrible at holding on to ideas. I don't know what day of the week this is going to be. It's not going to be Thursday, because Thursday is Throwback Thursday. I apologize. Anyways, but this is basically going to be a series where we look at all of the books that I read when I was a little child, that I still have, because I don't want to give them up. So today we're looking at, it was not the first book series I read, but it was like one of the second or third book series I read. We have a red thing. It's red, I can tell you. The Boxcar Children Mysteries. Now I only have books 1 through 4. I never purchased any of the other books, mainly because they're kind of old. When I started reading these, the author was dead. The author is still dead, and then they were carried on by other people. But yeah, so the author of these was Gertrude Warner, and she was my favorite author for a long time because I loved these books. I read, I think I may have read close to all of them, if not all of them. I don't know how many there are. Oh, I don't remember a lot about them. All I remember is I loved these. Basically, I only have books 1 through 4, so I will also in these videos be reading to you chapter 1, if I can. So, there are 4 books. These are the first 4 books, but there's at least 100, maybe? I don't know how many there are. Anyways, so the first book is just called The Boxcar Children. It's the original book. As you can, this is a pretty old book series. It was, just to show you guys how old this is. It says copyright 1942. Molly could have read these books, and if Molly, the real person, were alive today, she would be like 100 or something. Oh, that's probably getting my dates all wrong, but either way. Basically, it's about these kids, and all 4 of these kids are orphans, and they all live, and they all, they're running away from the grandpa because they think he's evil, and so they go and live in this giant boxcar until their grandfather comes to find them, and they, sleep in a bakery, and the idea of this appeals to me. I think this is what appealed to me as I was a young child. What appealed to me was they could make it on their own. They didn't need a parent. They got their own food, they got their own water, they got their own stuff, and that's always appealed to me, people who go on the run or run away or whatever, and there are a lot of people who are actually sensible and bring stuff with them and stuff. Now I'm just rambling on. Hello! So, let's see here. It's the first chapter, too long to, okie dokie. Okay, the first chapter's not too long. By the way, these are all going to be lower level books, so I might read really fast. Anyway, so, Chapter 1, The 4 Hungry Children. One warm night, 4 children stood in front of a bakery. No one knew them, no one knew where they had come from. The baker's wife saw them first, as they stood looking in at the window of her store. The little boy was looking at the cakes, the big boy was looking at the loaves of bread, and the 2 girls were looking at the cookies. Now the baker's wife did not like children. She did not like boys at all. So she came to the front of the bakery and listened, looking very cross. "The cake is good, Jessie," said the little boy. He was about 5 years old. "Yes, Benny," said the big girl. "But bread is better for you, isn't it, Henry?" "Oh, yes," said Henry. "We must have some bread, and cake is not good for Benny and Violet." "I like bread the best, anyway," said Violet. She was about 10 years old, and she had pretty brown hair and brown eyes. "That is just like you, Violet," said Henry, smiling at her. "Let's go into the bakery. Maybe they will let us stay here for the night." The baker's wife looked at them as they came in. "I want 3 loaves of bread, please," said Jessie. She smiled politely at the woman, but the woman did not smile. She looked at Henry as he put his hand in his pocket for the money. She looked cross, but she sold him the bread. Jessie was looking around, too, and she saw a long red bench under each window of the bakery. The benches had flat red pillows on them. "Will you let us stay here for the night?" Jessie asked. "We could sleep sleep on those benches, and tomorrow we would help you wash the dishes and do things for you." Now the woman liked this. She did not like to wash dishes very well. She would like to have the big boy to help her with her work. "Where are your father and mother?" she asked. "They are dead," said Henry. "We have a father in Greenfield, but we don't like him," said Benny. Jessie put her hand over the little boy's mouth before he could say any more. "Oh, Benny, keep still!" "What?" she said. "Why don't you like your grandfather?" asked the woman. "He is our father's father, and he didn't like our mother," said Henry. "So we don't think he would like us. We are afraid he would be mean to us." "Did you ever see him?" asked the woman. "No," answered Henry. "Then why do you think he would be mean to you?" asked the woman. "Well, he never came to see us," said Henry. "He doesn't like us at all." "Where did you live before you came here?" asked the woman. But not one of the 4 children would tell her. "We'll get along all right," said Jessie. "We want to stay here for only one night." "You may stay here tonight," said the woman at last, "and tomorrow we'll see what we can do." Henry thanked her politely. "We are all pretty tired and hungry," he said. The children sat down on the floor. Henry cut the loaves of bread into 4 pieces with his knife, and the children began to eat. "Delicious!" said Henry. Well, I never," said the woman. She went into the next room and shut the door. "I'm glad she is gone," remarked Benny. "She doesn't like us." "Shh, Benny," said Jessie. "She is good to let us sleep here." After supper the children lay down on their bed benches, and Violet and Benny soon went to sleep. But Jessie and Henry could hear the woman talking to the baker. She said, "I'll keep the 3 older children. They can help me. But the little boy must go to the children's home. He is too little. I cannot take care of him." The baker answered, Very well, tomorrow I'll take the little boy to the children's home. We'll keep the others for a while, but we must make them tell us who their grandfather is." Jessie and Henry waited until the baker and his wife had gone to bed. Then they sat up in the dark. "Oh, Henry," whispered Jessie, "let's run away from here." "Oh, Henry," whispered Jessie, "let's run away from here." "Yes, indeed," said Henry. "We'll never let Benny go to a children's home. Never! Never! We must be far away by morning, or they will find us. But we must not leave any of our things here." Jessie sat still, thinking. "Our clothes and a cake of soap and towels are in a big laundry bag," she said. "Violet has her little work bag, and we have 2 loaves of bread left. Have you your knife and your money?" "Yes," said Henry. "I have almost $4. "You must carry Benny," said Jessie. "He will cry if we wake him up. But I'll wake Violet." "Shh, Violet, come. We're going to run away again. If we don't run away, the baker will take Benny to a children's home in the morning." The little girl woke up at once. She sat up and rolled off the bench. She did not make any noise. "What shall I do?" she whispered softly. "Carry this," said Jessie. She gave her the work bag. Jessie put the 2 loaves of bread into the laundry bag, and then she looked around the room. "All right," said to Henry. "Take Benny now." Henry took Benny in his arms and carried him to the door of the bakery. Jessie took the laundry bag and opened the door very softly. All the children went out quietly. They did not say a word. Jessie shut the door, and then they all listened. Everything was very quiet, so the 4 children went down the street. And that's the first chapter of the first book of the series of the Boxcar Children. So, yeah, overall, of all the childhood book series I read, I would give this one a 5 out of 5. I really liked these. I liked these as much as I liked the Magic Treehouse books, and I loved the Magic Treehouse books. And as I said before, the thing that appealed to me was that these kids, they're making it on their own. They're using their logic. I just thought it was really cool. Anyways, so I hope you enjoy this series. I think next week I might do Magic Treehouse might be like a special episode because I have too many Magic Treehouse books. Oh my goodness. I have a poster and trading cards. 1 poster and a couple of trading cards. Not like a whole collection. But yeah. So thanks for watching. Comment down below if you like the series. And if you like me reading. Oh my gosh, it only took me 10 minutes to film this? Wow. That was fast reading. Thanks for watching. And I would totally recommend this series to any elementary school child out there. Goodbye.